Tiger Woods famously talked about his 9 windows. He might be the king of the low punch stinger. In those 9 windows, the bottom floor is all low golf shots. In today's video, we're going to talk about how you can hit it low, what you need to know about your equipment to hit it low, and the importance of pushing the limits when it comes to your launch monitor, and what that can show you with your parameters to punch that golf ball and get it under the cloud line, under the tree line, and chasing up there. What's up, crew? Welcome to the beautiful kingdom. We got some maintenance staff on the left here. We're hitting stingers today, so we got to just shift our target down the right-hand side. Those of you who've been here before, you know I don't usually hit out this way. If you haven't been here before, where have you been? Hit subscribe, get into the channel. So today we're talking about the stinger. What is the stinger? Why do you need it? When do you need it? Well, A, it looks totally sick. If you stick a tracer on it, this thing looks badass. So a lot of YouTube golfers can make a bit of a living out of this one. Zach Radford, I'm talking about you. He's the king of the stinger on YouTube. Check him out. Lovely to watch, the little riser. I grew up playing golf in the wind. You definitely need to hit a low punch golf shot there. Call it the stinger, that's more modern, but Tiger brought that in with his 2-iron stinger that he absolutely bullets. You might need it though to get out of the trees. You might need it to knock a bit of spin off something. You may need it just to bring the flight down, look cool, hit a little knockdown yardage in there. Whatever the purpose, it has a place. Now, when it comes into club fitting, and all the fitters out there listening to this, club fitting, teaching, swing mechanics, they all go together in a basket. For me, that's partly why all this fitting world is totally kind of on its own and lost. It needs to come into the swing dynamics and the physics and the data as to why you need to hit this. So when it comes to a stinger or a low golf shot, providing you can control your low point, so that's where you make the divots, where you get the ball turf. We've clipped a few away this morning. Your attack angle is down slightly, you're compressing it. Well, now you can manipulate apex. Other numbers and things you'd hear is spin loft, so your delivery, the dynamic loft, things like that. But let's try and bench that for a minute and just get into why and how. So a standard 5-iron for me on the apex, and you've heard me talk before, if we take club speed, let's just hit one out there first. I can't talk and hit, I'm good but not that good. That was hit okay. Little to the right, face a little open, little low in the blade. But if we look at this, it's going to be a good one for the numbers. So if I take my club speed, which was only 87, it's early in the morning here, and then I take my apex, you want them to be around the same number for a pure golf shot. That one was low in the blade. The apex was around 70 for that. So low for the number, but it wasn't struck perfectly. But you're looking to get club speed and apex around the same as a gauge for the middle of your golf bag. This is a 5-iron, so it may come out a little lower than my apex. However, to bring it down, you've got to recreate the impact position. So we're going to do how you do it and then break down some of the key components to get you there. So when it comes to ball position of the 5-iron, I would be placing this one, if my lowest point in line with the tour aim on the left here for driver would be underneath my armpit. You've heard me talk about that. Let's leave the hands there and start to shimmy the ball position back. So pitching wedge or wedges, which think about this now from a fitting point of view, pitching wedge, 52, 56, 60 are all roughly the same length shaft. They differ by a 1/4 inch. Yes, now there's combo length shafts coming out where that pitching wedge 8-iron length stay the same. I don't mind it. There's single length golf clubs coming out. The idea is that you keep the ball position then for those short irons, but as the shaft gets longer and the loft gets less, you want to shift the ball up. All that's doing, if you've got this in line with lead pocket, you're changing the relationship between the lead pocket and the blade. So driver would be up front with hands almost level. Pitching wedge would be your 47 degrees with hands there, but now you're recreating impact. So your step number 1 to bringing the ball flight down is to recreate impact first. So take your stance, and as you practice this, I want you to preset. So slight hip turn, hands forward, preset. Preset impact, preset. Just feel it. Preset through here. Hit heavy, but it's lower. Get a feel for it first. Boom, boom, preset, preset. So that's the start. Now, attack angle for fitters is getting steeper and steeper. That one there was down 6.5 on a 5-iron. That's a lot. That's a long way down. Why was it down steeper? It's important you understand this for those of you who want to get this shot, because the ball position is handle forward, ball position where it's at, and we're ahead with our spine, ahead. The release is more Tommy Fleetwood-esque. It's always going to release, but the handle is in front this way and hold. From there, you start to add speed. We're going to reset our target. These fellas are drifting more and more into the shot. I'm not worried I'm going to hit them. I just don't want to buzz the tower. Plus, if we caught them on camera, that would be horrific. So let's just give them a bit more space. We're going over towards the stanchion marker there. Of course, the day we pick low stingers, there's people out there. Ball position back, preset impact. Now, go lower than that. Weight, left side. Just to the toe standing on the floor. Weight left side, weight left side. That came out lower again. So I've got 5-iron here. You can do this with as low. Tiger was doing it famously with a 2. But you want to play around with where you're comfortable. So weight left side, handle forward, ball position back, handle forward, weight left side. It doesn't come off the left side. Now, you can see those golf shots, and I'm extreming this. Divot's getting deeper, ball is coming out right. Think about why that might be. Your arms are attached to your body. As they move, it goes in a circular motion, okay? As they rotate. If I put in my tilt, I've got a circle, and this is the D plane. It's defined as online. I've got a circular that moves around. So as you move the ball back, if the face stays square to the target, you're going to start blasting it right. So the trick is now to find out how far back you can go with that face in order to get it starting right, but possibly drawing. So again, there's face open, good apex. I'm starting to now not do the preset, ball back. Pretty good. Now I've trained myself with punch shots to not draw them. So I'm trying to get one that hooks here for you. Grip the ball, grip the club down a bit more, ball back. There you go. That's the shot I wanted to hit. That is what you're going to see first. That was face more square to the path. Shown up on here, face to path closer, start to get the draw. How to get rid of that, and this is coming into the final stages of this, think about club fitting, think about handle, think about golf shots you hit. I saw this tip a while back now, but if you start to raise the handle, move in closer, grip it down, you shouldn't get as much draw off a raised handle and a slightly more upright now swing, because it has to be more upright because you're closer to the ball. And then work on that one. And that is really a low driver. I wouldn't say the strike was great. Handle higher, closer to it. Drawy. Now, back to our original, because they're a bit pulley for me. And you have to get methods that work for you, the golfer. I had some success moving closer to it and hitting it that way. I ended up moving away from that. And that's where this ties in when it comes to anything I teach, the same as my fitting. You are the CEO of your own game. I'm down 8.4 now on attack angle. I've probably maxed out. You might not be able to hear it, but the strike isn't as pure as I want it to be. Albeit I like that mechanism as a way of not missing it left and swinging more upright. It took a lot of yardage off for me. So I tend to go with ball back, handle forward, and then hold the face so that I don't over rotate. So straight over the stanchion, lean on it. That would be my punch shot. Look at how I've held the face. So those of you looking now, that would be release, that would be hold. And again, for my swing, I generate power sometimes by backing up. We did a video about speed, and as I watched that back, albeit it was impressive that I was gaining speed, I back up and flip. So for me, if I can keep the body ahead of the ball. So head is ahead, my own head is ahead of the ball. Lean left side, keep the body ahead. I mean, that's just a money punch shot. So now I'm getting more comfortable with it. That's down 8, but the face to path is very neutral. I mean, face to path now minus 0.4 left. That is how I would hit my stinger. Then you can play around with it. Try it. The 7 wood is a gem, but because the CG is further back on the 7 wood, you get a bit more shape. So just be aware of that. With an iron, it's called gear effect. When the CG is closer to the blade, it's not going to gear and turn as much. This works brilliantly with a 7 wood. That's probably the cutoff for me because I've tested it. And then I can do 7 wood all the way up. I do punch sometimes wedges, but that's more if I'm trying to control the dispersion, which I think I've shown here. As you get, if you think about these shots, your cone for dispersion gets significantly tighter. Yes, the strike hasn't been great on some of them as I've played around the technique, but the left and the right has been pretty good. So if you can take one side out, if there's a shot you've got to hit, say there's a hazard to the left or the right and you want to get rid of that, then the punch shot can be helpful. It's a great tool, it looks cool, and it's something you should really work on. I think one of the things that with the Tiger shot is as he gets more down, he swings more left. So the path on these are coming slightly left. So as I get more down, I try and swing a bit more left. And that one then drifts off there to the right because again, I've built in a mechanism to hold the face. So if you're not looking to do that, we're not hitting anymore. If you're not looking to do that, then again, focus for me is on release. There's the stinger. We didn't kill anyone. I do not advise you doing this if you have people out there repairing the kingdom. Not the way to go. But any questions about it, other than those guys, get down there, tell me about it. Let's talk about clubs and how you could set up those. Let's talk about knowing your launch monitor. It's massive for this. Ball position, push the limits. How far back can you go whilst keeping your body on top of the golf ball? So I've got a 5-iron here, 27 degrees of loft. Those of you that know when it comes to fitting, I like to launch it around half. These have come out at 5.2, 8.1, 7 degrees, 5.4, 7.2. I go on and you get the idea. They come out low. So where are you going to need this, where you're going to use it? Guess what? You need it when you need to launch the thing low. That is when you need to do this. Why would I need to launch it low? Trees, hazards, steeper, because your attack angle will be down as well. You could see in that video, it's -8, -9. That's for deep rough. The more down you go, the more it cuts through the rough. So whenever you're in trouble in the rough, and also the wind. So they're the areas where you might want it. And the final piece is you're a better player and acknowledging this. Your cone, your dispersion cone gets pretty tight with these shots, at least it does for me. So if you're under a bit of heat and you want to keep one low, get it on the ground chasing because you're playing firm, Hoylake links conditions, the stinger's always useful there too.